let's talk about the habits that changed my life and also my body. I don't want this to be like completely about like being one certain body type or anything, but this is how I lost 30 pounds and I kept it off. So if you're interested in hearing about it, keep watching. And also, hello, my name is Lily. I am kind of new to YouTube, so definitely subscribe if you enjoy what you see. And let's just get right into it. First thing I want to talk about is the 80-20 lifestyle. So I just want to claim before I start, 80-20 lifestyle is what I live by basically. That means 80% of your life is doing good things for your body, like eating well, working out, and all of those types of things. And then the other 20% is just living your life and having those junk foods every once in a while, going out and drinking with your friends, and just not caring about anything like that. So everything I say today, just keep an 80-20 perspective in mind, because you definitely don't want to get burnt out if you're doing 100% eating well and 100% working out every single day, 2 hours a day. Like, that's just insane, and it is never going to be sustainable. It really helps just from not burning out and also not hating doing all of this good stuff. Next thing I'm going to talk about is your food or your diet. This is way bigger than a lot of people think. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm just gonna work out so that I can still eat like crap and do all these things. No, your diet is like number one. And I was also one of those people that for a long time I like didn't really think diet had all too much to do with anything, but it really does. So first thing you want to do is find your maintenance calories. And so you can go into ChatGPT or find a website on Google or something, and you can find all of this out. So basically your maintenance calories is the amount of calories you need to be eating to just stay in maintenance. So you just stay completely the same, not gaining weight, not losing weight, just maintenance. For me, what I had to do was go into a calorie deficit because I did want to lose weight. And so you are going to have to be in a calorie deficit, unfortunately, if you want to lose weight. And I only say unfortunately because it is scary at first, but you still can eat so much good stuff, and it really isn't like that scary. I am not starving myself. I am not doing anything like that that is going to be unhealthy for your body. A lot of people think having a calorie deficit is going to be a very negative thing, and a lot of people on the internet also talk about it being negative, and it is a very scary slope that you can fall down and turn it negative, but it really doesn't have to be that way. What I like to recommend is to go on MyFitnessPal and track your calories, but only do this like once a week. You do not want to be doing this every day, because that is where the scary slope comes in, and you will get in your head and you're gonna scare yourself, okay? You don't want to do that. But I would say tracking once a week to start out with is very good, because you can see the foods that you eat and how much calories is in them, how much protein is in them, and start to actually like know the nutrients in the food that you eat. Eventually you'll get to the point where I am, and I rarely ever track my calories anymore, because I already know basically around the amount of calories that everything I eat is. So like a cup of ground chicken, I don't really need to track that because I already kind of know. Next thing is you need to be eating a lot of protein, especially in a calorie deficit, because you don't want to just be eating low calorie and not getting all of the nutrients to actually like tone yourself up and build muscle if that's what you want to do. And so eating like at least 100 grams of protein, I know that sounds so scary, but that is a very good starting point. And then eventually I try to eat as much protein as my weight. So obviously not like the pounds of my weight, but say I weigh 130 pounds, I try to eat 130 grams of protein. And I promise it is a lot easier than it sounds. So for example, I would have for breakfast egg whites, turkey sausage, and cottage cheese, or Greek yogurt with fruit, or something like that. And then for lunch, I will have a tuna salad on rice cakes or with some healthy chips or something. And then for dinner, let's say I have stuffed peppers with ground chicken with some sides of some sort. all of this will be 100 grams of protein. So it sounds like you're going to be like, oh my god, freaking out, 100 grams of protein is so much. It really is not that much. And once you get the hang of it, I promise, everything I'm saying, it's like once you get the hang of it, it's so much easier than people put it out there to be. Another thing I would love to talk about, and I will definitely go more into depth with this on this channel if you guys would like, but finding meal replacements to what you already eat right now that are not so healthy is going to be a game changer. So for example, I love ice cream. Love, love, love ice cream. I have a Ninja Creamy and it has like changed my life. Obviously those are expensive, you don't have to get that, but what I'm saying is I will do like chocolate Fairlife milk, put it in a Ninja Creamy, and then I can eat a whole pint of ice cream for like barely any calories and a shit ton of protein. Also, replacing Fairlife milk in your lattes or your cereal and stuff like that is also a good way to get protein in. If you eat any sour cream, or even sometimes I replace it for like mayonnaise, but Greek yogurt, 0% milk fat from Faye. This is my all-time favorite Greek yogurt. I have been one of those people that try Greek yogurts and I'm like, I do not get how this could replace anything, and I'm just like not a fan. The 0% milk fat from Faye, I promise you that is my all-time favorite. I put it in almost everything, and it almost does taste like sour cream, like 100%. If you put it on a taco or something like that, nachos, whatever, it will definitely replace sour cream. But also if you just want to eat it as like yogurt, or if you want to put it in a smoothie or something, I just add a little bit of maple syrup or honey and then like fruit, and you really cannot tell the difference. I am obsessed. Also, cottage cheese is one of those things that some people don't like it. I personally love it. I've always liked it. And that is another great way to get protein in, and it's low calorie, and you can also add it to things without it tasting all weird. For example, I make chocolate chip cookie dough, like edible, with cottage cheese, and I think it is the best thing ever. And one, it replaces like a chocolate chip cookie dough or like any type of cookie. And so definitely just find the recipes. They're all over Instagram, all over TikTok. Find those recipes that are replacing the meals that you already eat. Another one you can definitely find on Instagram or TikTok is like protein pizzas and stuff like that. The next thing I did was exercise. Obviously, let's talk about it. So I started with like 4 to 5 days a week, and now I work out almost every single day. Obviously, if I'm out of town or something like that, then I don't work out, and I also don't like blame myself for it, because like I said, 80-20 lifestyle, we have to have fun sometimes. We don't have to be on all the time, but if you start with 4 to 5 days a week, it will be easy to get to where you want to be. And also, some of those days don't have to be like in the gym. Like it could be a walk outside or just going on the treadmill for 20 minutes, like just making sure you get some movement for at least 4 to 5 days. Not 45, 4 to 5. What I personally did also before any of my workouts, because I'll get to this, but lifting weights is what I did. But before I do any of my weightlifting or anything, incline walking on the treadmill changed my body. You already know 12-3-30, everybody talked about it. It was like a trend for a while, but that is no joke. Basically, it's 12 incline, 3 speed for 30 minutes. And I'll be honest, I don't go on 12 incline because that is really hard, honestly. I usually go on 8 incline and 3 speed. And then when you get on the treadmill, habit stack. This has also been life-changing. I'm probably repeating the same words over and over, but for me, I really like reading, so I will bring my Kindle to the gym or a book or whatever and get on the treadmill, and when I'm doing my incline walking, just read, and then I'm reading and also working out at the same time. Habit stack, saving time and also getting things done. Or you could answer your emails in the morning, or you could do whatever you gotta do on your phone or your Kindle or whatever you gotta do. Call your mom while you're walking, I don't know. And then back to the lifting weights part. I feel like a lot of people are like, okay, I do Pilates every day and I'm not losing weight, or I'm doing these classes and nothing's really changing for me. You need to be lifting weights, and I know it is scary when you start out, but one thing that is really good, I have some videos on my own TikTok, but you can just look up any video on TikTok and put like shy girl leg routine or shy girl arm routine, whatever workout you're trying to do. And this shy girl exercises basically means that you just are in one part of the gym and you don't have to be doing all of these different machines and using all of these different weights and stuff. You literally are just in one part of the gym, and it's usually like free weights. Watch the video on your phone. Also, anybody that is at the gym, nobody's going to be judging, nobody's going to be looking at you, because also they were in the same position at one point. And when you're lifting weights, it really does not have to be heavy. I won't lie, my arm day, so I do upper body push days and upper body pull days, and then a lower body day. When I'm doing any upper body things, I really don't use that much weight. I just now started using 10-pound weights. I usually do 5 pounds for a lot of the things. I personally am just not trying to be like super muscular and stuff, and that's not gonna happen unless you are lifting like 50 pounds, you know? It's like, it's really not gonna happen overnight. And then yes, I did say obviously lift weights, but one thing that is super important is finding something that you enjoy doing. So if you don't like an exercise, try a different one. If you don't like going to these classes or something, try something different. I encourage everybody to just find something that you enjoy doing, and obviously you're not gonna be like, oh my god, I love this is the best thing in the world, but something that you're like, okay, it's not that hard and I am not hating myself while I'm doing it. These are gonna be the things that you go back to, and it's not going to make you not want to go to the gym. It's gonna be sustainable. Once we have our food, our diet, and our exercise figured out, healthy habits, let's talk about those. I am a healthy habit lover. One person that I always recommend to people when they're trying to change their life in a healthy way is Shelby Sacco. She is on TikTok and Instagram. She has this whole Sad to Savage program. It's a lot of just like videos online of her explaining how to fix these habits and build new ones. And she also does have like a workout and diet program too. I'm not a part of that though, so I can't speak on that. You have to pay for that. But just her videos are incredible. Actually, let me show you right here. This habit tracker is actually one of hers that she like sells. You can get them on Amazon. It's on my Amazon storefront if you need to find it. But it's a habit tracker where you just write down your habits and then obviously track them. And one thing that really helps you when you're first beginning is to have a reward in mind. So every like 7 days, or the first 7 days and then the first 21 days. One that I like is like every 7 days I will go treat myself to a coffee and walking around a boutique or something. And then your big reward either at the end of the month or the first 21 days or whatever, that reward will be a little bigger. So it could be obviously depending on your price point, but it could be like buying a new workout outfit, or it could be obviously something more expensive, I don't know. But rewarding yourself will definitely trick that mind of yours into getting things done. Some of the healthy habits that I feel like changed my life quite a bit is taking supplements regularly. So find out what your body needs. I am always doing probiotics. I have taken a probiotic every single day for the past almost 2 years now, and it completely changed my bloating and all of my digestive problems, which I know a lot of people have. I also started taking fiber every day. I drink Metamucil, and it didn't taste very good to begin with, but that was when they had the orange flavor. They now have a lemonade flavor. Way better in my opinion. And then I actually also did this Function Health. It's like a website that you get your blood drawn, and then the website gets the information and it tells you exactly what your body needs by looking at that blood test. And so I figured out what kind of vitamins I needed, and I just think that helped a lot, honestly. Another one is getting at least 8 hours of sleep. This is a hard one, but I think it really changed my life. I'm not lazy and tired and having all these problems anymore. So I go to bed early, I wake up early. Obviously I know everybody's different. There's people that work night shift, there's moms, and you know, everyone has a different schedule, but finding time that you can get a good sleep is really important for not even just like losing weight or any of that, but just like your health in general. I personally like to go to the gym in the morning, but like I said, I know everyone has different routines, so you kind of have to figure out what works best for you. But to keep me from staying in bed all day, one thing I like to do, actually I really hated doing it at first, but what I like to do is as soon as I get up, as soon as my alarm clock goes off, I get out of bed and make my bed so that I don't get back in. And one app that really helps me to not stay in bed and to actually wake up on time is the app Alarmy. I feel like I don't see many people talking about it, but you can create like tasks to do, and the alarm will not go off until you complete that task. So for me, I have where you have to take a picture of my pre-workout. You can do anything in your house, but I have to take a picture of my pre-workout for my alarm to go off, which means I have to get out of bed and walk in the kitchen and take this picture, and then my alarm will go off, and then I'm out of bed and I make my bed and I'm not going back in there. And all of these things put together has made me completely change my life, physically, mentally, all of the above. So I really hope you guys like this, and I hope this was educational or helpful to you. If it is, please comment below and let me know, because that would mean a lot to me. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. And also, if you have any other questions about any of this stuff, I would love to go deeper on any of these topics and really tell you everything I know about it, because if you can't tell, I'm very passionate about how I changed my life and health and wellness and all of the things. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and good luck on your journey if you're watching this. And that's it. Bye bye.